Greetings everybody, I'm Kevin. Thanks for joining me here at Midwest Woodcraft. First I want to give a little disclaimer. I am shooting at my backyard and unfortunately I do live in town, so there will be a little bit of traffic noise. I do apologize, but I really wanted to get the first of our monthly goal series going. Some of you may be familiar with our group over on Facebook, Midwest Woodcraft. If not, I highly suggest you check it out. There's some really good stuff going on over there. Really appreciate it, guys. But we kind of elected here a while back to do a monthly goal, or a monthly challenge as some people call it. I didn't really want to call it a challenge because I didn't really want people to feel like it was something they necessarily had to do or had to keep doing or whatever. I just want people to get out and enjoy, practice some skills. Many of us who have been doing this a while, you know, sometimes we get away from them fundamentals, so it's going to be a chance to kind of go back to the beginning, back to some of the fundamental basic skills. They will progressively get harder, just like anything. So what will help us, as well as a lot of the beginners that are in the group. A lot of people have spoken up lately and said they're beginners and they'd like to learn a lot of things. So I just thought this would be a really neat way to get out and practice some things and maybe see how people do things differently and all that. So guys, I'd really like you to try to do pictures or a video of the monthly goal if you can, and post them right there in the group, Midwest Woodcraft. Just post them right on the main page. Look for an announcement there. I may make like a thread to put them all in, but I think I'll just have everybody just go at it. Just go wild and just post them as you get them done. I think that's how we'll probably do it. The first monthly challenge is just going to be making a fire with a feather stick. So I'm just going to go out here to the brush pile in the backyard, find me something to make a feather stick with. Be right back with you. Okay, so for this feather stick, we're going to be just using a piece of silver maple I had laying around the backyard. Started off here, you can see I flattened out a couple spots. I just kind of like to go around, flatten it off a little bit. I try to start up here a little bit higher, that way I have nice long curls once they start curling. If you're having trouble with that, you can start out lower down here and they'll give you some shorter, smaller curls. There's nothing wrong with that. Just starting out, sometimes you got more control that way, so that's fine. If you're not able to do a feather stick for some reason, you can go ahead and just do up a baseball cap full of shavings. You can see the ones up here on top are a little finer, but down here on the bottom they're pretty coarse. Doesn't really matter as long as you can get the job done with whatever fire starting method that you prefer. I'm going to use a lighter today, so really my curls don't have to be super fine and beautiful. But we're just going to keep working around. A lot of this depends on the sharpness of your knife. This knife is not super sharp, but it's pretty sharp, so seems to be doing okay so far. You can see as I go around there, I keep making more flat spots, and on every flat spot I'm going to have a little point, and I'm going to work on them points to make my curls. Especially if you want to make finer curls, you can really slow it down and make really small curls like that if you're patient. Some of them are going to fall off every once in a while. It's not really that big of a deal. You can still use them, you can still throw them in the fire. Keep going around and around, pretty monotonous. I'm going to spare you all the details. I'll be back with you when I get this done. Actually struggling a little bit here. Okay guys, so as you can see there, my feather stick's evidence that you can never get enough practice. Kind of running out of time, running out of light. That's what I got to work with. That's okay. That's why we always get out and practice these things, because you can always get better. Like I said, if you're not able to do the feather stick, cap full of curls, we'll get this over to the fire pit. She broke off there, that's alright, we'll still use it. Get it over to the fire pit, see how it goes. Okay guys, so we're over here at the fire pit. I have me a base and a brace here. That's going to help me kind of keep everything up off the ground, let a little oxygen get underneath here. I have some really fine sticks here to start with. I got some more medium sticks, and then I have some bigger stuff. And what I want is I want to get wood about this size, thumb size, maybe twice the size of your thumb, at least thumb size, burning sustainably. So that's going to be the goal here. So like I said, I'm going to be cheating. I'm going to be using a lighter. I'm going to flip this upside down. I got my finer curls on the bottom here. I'm going to try to do this without being in your way here too much. Go lefty with it. See, I can't even light it with the lighter right here. Get her going there. Everything's damp too, so that doesn't really help too much. We'll go ahead and put our small stuff on there. And remember, if we kind of get in trouble here, we have our shavings too. These medium sticks are really damp, seems like, compared to the rest of it. You want to be careful not to smother things. You want to have gaps in between. Not trying to make this a big lesson. A lot of you guys know this stuff, but somebody starting out might not. One of the key components for having a fire is oxygen. So it's got to breathe just like you or me. So we've got a little horseweed root there. You can see the steam, probably can hear the moisture in there. We're just going to keep building this high. When things are wet, it helps to use a little bit more smaller stuff. I'm sorry if my camera's bugging out with the losing the light. It might be struggling there with the focus. Open it up a little bit there. We'll just let it burn a minute before we put that on there. If you have to, blow on it if you need to. Give it more oxygen. You need heat to dry this stuff out. So you want flame. More flame is going to give you more heat. Now you can see these are starting to catch here. So apologize for my awkwardness. I'm trying to stay out of the way of the camera there. And then we still have our cap full of shavings over there on the side if we need to. You don't have to do both. If you want to, you can. But in the wet weather, it probably wouldn't hurt to have a little extra on the side there, just in case. You see the moisture cooking out of these bigger pieces here. And of course, while you're doing this, if you want to go ahead and cook something or do some kind of project with the fire, go ahead and post pics of that too. That'd be great. I really want you guys' original content within the group. Well, as you can see there, I kind of knocked everything over because the inside was burning and we didn't have much of a coal bed under there, so I want to make sure and kind of get everything laid down there on the coals. That way we can continue to build up our coal bed here. Now I feel like we're to the point where I can walk away and we could gather some more firewood and things like that, maybe do some other little menial camp chores. Of course, you're going to want to keep an eye on it, especially in wet weather like this, because as you can see, it does add a few little tricks to it. So I was able to get it. It just took a little bit of extra work, and it certainly wasn't textbook. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to Midwest Woodcraft on YouTube here. All the guys that follow me here on YouTube, check us out over on Facebook. I'd really appreciate it. This is Kevin. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the woods real soon.